We're going to do only one of the Excel assignments for Popcorn Cinema, and that's Project 12 for concession sales, and only steps 1 through 15 are required. The reason why is because with the charts with Excel online, it's just not, it doesn't quite work the way it should for the ranges that we have to select. If you want to do the rest of the steps though, and you're like, why would I want to do the rest of this work? If you do, I will count it as extra credit. So what that means is, like, say you're at an A minus and you want it to get to an A, or you're like at a D plus and want a C minus, something like that, it'll help bump your grade up. And just depending on how much and how accurate and what you do too will depend on how much that'll help your grade. But you do need to do steps 1 through 15, so make sure you read the steps on here, and then I'm going to go over how to do a few things. So, like I said, make sure you read the steps. This is what you will have to do first, is type all of this data into an Excel worksheet. You can use either Excel on your computer or you can use Excel online, like how we were using Word. There's Excel. So if you log into your K-12 account, you just click that instead of Word. So a couple of things you'll have to do, I'm just going to go over briefly, and then when you go through them or if you're into questions, you can check this out here. To go ahead and merge your cells, going across for your title, you'll just want to select these cells like I have, and then you'll click Merge and Center. And then for increasing font size or center aligning text, that should be something you should be able to do just fine. So like they have you center align row 2, this is how you would do it in the alignment group here. One thing they have you do is change the column width. They have you change the column A width to 25. So if you right click the column A heading and go down to column width, you can type in 25 and then click OK. Columns D through B, you could select these 3 columns, at the same time, right click and go down to column width, and this should be 15. So that's how you will change your column width. Another thing they want you to do is to put in a thick bottom border. So if I highlight these cells in row 2 that have data in them, on Excel Online, it's in the font group. You would click the borders list arrow, and then we want to have a thick bottom border. And that's how you get that there. So some of that's formatting, and that should be, I think you should be okay with that. The column width and how to change that I just went over. Another thing they have you do is they want you to change the columns C and D to have the currency format, which will give you the $sign and then also 2 decimal places. So I have these 2 columns selected here. And the number group, if I click the number format list arrow, I just want to change it to currency. And that will have that there for me. So that saves a lot of time, so you don't have to type dollar symbols in. If you go from tab, if you use tab when you go from cell to cell and enter, it's a lot faster. And also if you have a numeric keypad is what we had in the classroom on the right side of the keyboard. If you learn how to use that correctly, you can type numbers pretty quickly. So hopefully I typed mine in correctly. I was kind of just going through it quickly. So if you're like, that number's wrong, yeah, it could be. It could be. So how to calculate total sales, they have you do it a little bit different, as they have you do the sum function in there with it. You don't need to have that. You can type it in exactly how it is in the book. It tells you what to do. But here's all you need to do. You need to type the equal symbol first, because anytime we type a function or a formula, it has to start with the equal symbol. I will then click cell B3, and we want to use our multiplication symbol, which you would create by holding down Shift and pressing 8 on your keyboard. And then click cell C3, and then we can enter. So our total sales is just the quantity we sold times our price. Now, to fill that going down, just select your cell D3, and to get your fill handle, it's in the bottom right-hand corner, that little square, and you can see it changes to like a black plus sign. We're going to click and drag down all the way to row 27. And hopefully you remember doing some of these things, because this is just a short review. Now, we also need to get the total on cell D28. So to do that, we just need to click the sum or auto sum button, just depending what your computer may look like. And it should automatically have the sum function put in the adjacent range D3, D27. And that will total the whole column D for you. So yeah, otherwise there's some formatting to do that I didn't do all of that. And the steps, I just wanted to make a quick video to point out a couple of things that you may need some help with. And like I said, you only need to go through step 15, which is really short, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over giving you a shorter assignment. If you do any more, possibility of getting extra credit if you did it right and did what they have you to, but don't worry about that if it's not working out for you. It just is what it is. It's optional. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully this goes well and you can remember and get a little refresher here about using Excel.